Talk to Joe on 1850 715 815.
Let me go to Peter, 51551. Thanks, man. Peter, good afternoon.
How you doing, Joe?
Your difference is you suffer from rheumatoid arthritis. Will you explain how that impacts on you?
Well, at the moment it's under control, but it was a case of when I was maybe 12, I started developing basically pains and aches,
Right.
and I thought, it was basically explained as growing pains, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to sleep, and it kind of was finally diagnosed with that.
Right.
And for the last maybe say 10, 15 years, it's I've had it, and it's been affecting the way I live my life, I suppose.
In what way?
Insofar as, Joe, particularly when it came to academics, Joe, I say handwriting and presentation of my work. I might have it all in my head, but basically when I put it onto paper, the handwriting due to the pain and due to the disfigurement of my wrists and arms and stuff, I mightn't be able to. It won't portray as clearly as I was hoping.
And what about laptop, iPad?
Well, no. Unfortunately, Joe, the arthritis affects my wrists as well. So to type things, it was more of a problem when I was younger, basically going through, say, secondary school, than it is now. I can type quite good at the moment, and with small adaptations to, say, a keyboard and the mouse, it doesn't cause me too much difficulty.
Okay, now, the next hurdle, which is what you contacted us about, because of this difficulty and the health problems developing when you were 12, you had difficulty with the leaving certificate, but you did go on and get a degree from a private college. But now you're at another hurdle where you're discovering that the absence of leaving cert results is still affecting you.
Well, that's it, Joe. I want to pursue a career in law and go on to be a solicitor. I went as I was lucky that my parents were able to afford me to go to a private college. I got my law degree. I sat the entrance exams to the Law Society. But then when I sought then for vacancies, at the moment due to the downturn, the big 5 or 10, the first question they ask you is what your leaving cert results are. Mm-hmm. I did my leaving cert nearly 10 years ago, Joe, and it was at a time when, I was at my worst and that the pain was at its highest. So, I emailed into you to basically try and get your help. So because I just feel it's I realise they have to have some casualties of trimming down the numbers, but being expected to make a first impression, and your first impression. But
you managed to get into a private college to do law.
Well, yeah. I did get enough of a leaving cert.
Okay.
To get the minimum requirements there, and.
Well, would that not help you get through the next stage, or does everything keep reverting to the leaving cert?
That's it, John. If you were the current Big Five are recruiting at the moment, and the very first question on their basically application is what basically name all your subjects that you did in the leaving cert, and what score you got in them.
And you say even though you have got over that hurdle and have you got a degree from this private college?
Yeah. No,
and is it a law degree that would be validated by other
most definitely, John, yeah.
You're saying you've got over the leaving cert hurdle, you've gone way beyond the leaving cert, and to get to the next stage, they're ignoring the fact that you have this degree and they keep reverting back to your leaving cert.
Well, that's it, John. I've done the entrance exams to the Law Society, so it's the requirements that the Law Society would have on my degree. They're happy with the degree I had. So it's not a case of the private college making any difference. It's just the fact that when they ask you, the very first question on the application form after your name is, what did you get in your leaving cert? And for me that was like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And so I just feel it's a bit unfair. How I get past it, I don't know. I realise that there's lots of people in the situation, Joe. I I do. I am currently employed.
And have you, in terms of deciding on the apprenticeships, is that done through the Law Society or is it through individual?
No, I mean, to get an apprenticeship, you have to basically find one yourself. And then once you pass the 8 entrance exams and you have that, basically a solicitor who will take you on, then you go to the Law Society and say, can I start the course now? Okay,
but can a solicitor or solicitor's firm say, okay, we will listen to your case and we will look at the law degree you got from whatever the name of the private college was? Are you saying every one of them keeps coming back to you saying, give us your Leaving Cert results?
Well, it's I mean, unfortunately, Joe, I've sent out maybe 60 to 70 CVs. Not all of them are to practices that are actually, firms that are actually recruiting.
Yeah, I know. You're doing your best, yeah.
Well, it's just the only ones that are. That's the very first question they ask, and it's for me. It's you see a vacancy and you think, well, I hit all the requirements. That's something I'd like to do, and the very first question that they ask you is, 10 years ago, that's what we're going to base your assessment of you on. Okay, well, we'll put out a trawl there. Just, I don't know whether people heard Billy on, that wonderful man that was on Tuesday who applied for a job as a store shelf stacker.